Hello, welcome to the London Ukulele Projects podcast. In this series, we are chatting with some of the amazing artists that featured on our charity single, With a Little Help from My Friends. So you've had a busy weekend. What have you been up to?
I've had things with Charlotte, so we've had proper concerts really.
What, in live venues?
In live with people, and I mean socially distanced.
With
but,
real
yeah.
live humans?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my goodness, how did that feel?
Yeah, weird. I needed one of the three things to get back into it really.
Yes.
It was absolutely lovely though.
Today I got to chat with a great friend of the London Ukulele Project, having been our International Youth Orchestra tutor in 2019, the incredibly talented Elisabeth Pfeiffer, who hit the ukulele scene only 2 years ago and can be found on many festival lineups. Not only does she perform, but she also runs workshops and has played in Germany, Austria, Finland, England, and the Czech Republic. She's written a number of tuition books, and I was really happy to have a chat with her about her time during lockdown and what her plans are for the future. Are you at home in Germany?
Yeah,
or are you
exactly. I'm in Bavaria. I thought I'd go to the terrace and be outside.
So we're delighted to be joined today by Elisabeth Pfeiffer, who was incredible to be on our track With a Little Help from My Friends.
Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key.
Amazing. I was so pleased with it. I'm so honored to be on it as well.
Oh, well, you're so amazing. Thank you so much for giving your time to that. And we just loved how, especially with all the singers, it was so brilliant to have your amazing playing behind.
Thank you.
I particularly loved our duet together.
Absolutely.
I like all our duets together and the giggling that we do.
I love you. Oh my God. Come on, don't give up. You can't. Third time's a charm. Come on. One more.
People think we're sisters, don't they?
I know, yeah. Well,
so
I don't mind that.
I don't mind that either. I'm very pleased to have a German sister.
Oh.
And you've also been so amazing this past year with the Ukulele Project, and you're always so supportive, sort of sharing everything, and you're so supportive of so many of the ukulele artists. I've noticed during lockdown you've been incredible. You've been at everything, like the ukulele quiz, you're there all the time. Like,
yeah, I love that.
and you've just been so amazing to, I don't know, fit it all in. How have you done it? You're just...
I mean, we've all had time during lockdown, didn't we? So yeah, no, I just love everybody, and I love hanging out with people, and if I can't do it in person at the festivals, I sometimes try and catch them online, which worked out nice. It's been actually quite nice to go to a few festivals that I hadn't been before.
It's taken you across the world. You've been in Melbourne, Poland.
Last Saturday I was in Wales, and at the same time I was having a gig in Bavaria.
I mean, it's extraordinary. So you really are, Elisabeth, like one of the most hard-working people I've ever met. When I've had the pleasure of having you to stay for when you did the workshops for us and our youth orchestra, your work ethic is just amazing.
It's because it's fun, and maybe because I'm German.
Well, no, so not one to sit idle during lockdown. You've not only, written a new book. That's the fingerstyle etches.
Yeah, that was fun.
Is that available on your shop?
It's available in my shop, yeah, on my website, but also on Amazon.
Yeah.
The best way you can help me is to get it on Amazon and write me a reference at this stage, because it's still quite early on, and if you like it, that's
so we
always
need it.
amazing to have a few more references around.
Well, I can do that because I was very lucky to get a sneak peek. So before lockdown, you were doing lots of things, because it's been a bit of a crazy couple of years for you with your foot.
Right. Yeah,
Are you mended
that's
now?
always... I'm better now, yeah. I've been walking downstairs almost normally the past 2 days, but then again it hurt this morning, so it'll stay with me for probably forever. It was an interesting experience, and the fingerstyle attitudes wouldn't have come about if that wouldn't have happened, because I composed them all last year when I was locked down after the accident, and then I finished it this year during the general lockdown.
Well, they're so meditative, the finger style, isn't it? So that was probably a really good sort of recovery.
Yeah, I guess that's just me, and it's I'd have a hard time composing differently.
Yeah.
But also I think they're good for practicing, because they foster repetition in that way. And it's not about repeating it a certain number of times. It's doing it intentionally and enjoying the process. And I hope to contribute some repertoire that is like that you can repeat and play around with. Also, actually, it's quite the pieces are quite flexible in a way. Not only are there 30 pieces, but you can also, not for every combination, but you can exchange picking patterns.
Yes,
so you have
absolutely.
a certain number of more pieces. You play the chords of one piece and the picking pattern of another, or you can just repeat single bars or phrases.
What are you working on next?
Well, Charlotte and I are working on a new program. That's probably the thing that was most on my mind the last 2 weeks or so, because we've had a concert on Friday to premiere all that, and that's been amazing work. I was arranging for it and practicing it and rehearsing with Charlotte. And other than that, I guess I'm going to teach for a week close to Berlin next week.
Okay, so face to face again?
Yes, in real life, socially distanced. Yeah, and then I'm going to take a week off, and then I'm going to work online and have a few students, I guess. And in September, things are going on in Vienna.
So, Elisabeth, what does a week off mean to you? Does that literally mean a week off, or?
No, I'll probably be around and check Facebook. But I'm actually going to be in a yoga center for a week. I've been doing that for years, and I haven't done it for almost 1.5 years now. Just to go there and practice a bit and be there, and it's kind of nice.
So will you tell us a bit about that? So the London Ukulele Project has a huge emphasis on using music for mental health and combating loneliness, particularly. You have practiced yoga for a number of years now, is that right?
Yeah, I also did a teacher's training, but I'm not teaching at the moment, but I loved it. Yeah, it must have been 15 years ago or longer. But I've been doing yoga since I was 16. And because of practicing back pain, and yeah, I got into that. And then I was always fascinated with the mind and the philosophical aspect of it. And yeah, and then I did the yoga teacher training, and that gave me a lot of tools, I think, to face the challenges of life, or what you want to call it,
Yes, of course. And then
Um,
how about the meditation that you do?
yeah, I do. I meditate every morning. I've been doing that. Oh wait, I've been doing that for 853 consecutive days now. So,
Oh my
but
goodness.
I've in total I've been doing it since 2005-ish, 6-ish, 2006. First, I started out with 20 minutes, and then I switched over to 30 a few years ago. And yeah, I have an app for it I've been using for a few years, but not for the entirety of the time stretch. So, but only the time on that app is already kind of
That's
blowing my
amazing that you
mind.
can record it, that you know how long you've been doing that
It's,
for.
I think I've been sitting more than 7 days straight.
That's amazing. How did you get into that?
Just the yoga teacher training gave us a lot of tools to observe the mind and just work with that. And some people like the mantra singing, others like the reading scripture part, and I guess I like the meditation part of it, and it's been really helpful. Yeah.
Do you use your mindfulness in your practice? One of your
Yeah,
workshops that you do is about practicing more mindfully, is that right?
I guess that's the feedback I get anyway. No, yeah, it's establishing a pleasant feeling, I guess, is the gist of the practicing workshop.
And do you think it has to be at the same time every day?
No, I don't meditate or practice at the same time of the day. It depends on the person, really. Some people work better with fixed times, and I connected to something that I am already doing, like getting up, or others connect stuff to going to bed or having dinner, before or after, to just connected to something you are already doing.
Yeah,
that worked well for me.
And to go back to that we use the ukulele to combat loneliness, or that's the aim, is to bring people together. What has the ukulele world done to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing. I'd say it's just so many lovely people, and being at the festivals and making so many new friends. I'm around since basically 2017. My first festival was Czech in the summer of 2016, and it's just it was fascinating to see all those people coming together around that small instrument, and not only with their personalities but also with their different styles, and bringing a part to the meeting and just being together. So the loneliness part, I think that's a great appeal of the ukulele, and the strumming part of it, which I love, and it's been fascinating and amazing, and I couldn't be more grateful, really.
Oh, well, honestly, the ukulele world is very lucky to have such a talent.
Thank you. Ukulele is so non-intrusive. It brings this positive vibe with it, and it's all right to have 30 ukuleles in a room. Mm-hmm. It's not all right to have 30 pianos in a room. That would be hard.
We met at Gnuff. I was very lucky to be on the same stage as you, and I'll never forget meeting you backstage, and I was so nervous, and you were so lovely, and
Oh.
you're such a pro, but you were so kind of, don't worry, you'll just go out there and enjoy it. And I'll be forever grateful for that, because that is what it's all about. It should be about having fun.
Yeah.
And before lockdown, you were doing some amazing stuff with Charlotte, and tell us about that. And Sebastian.
Yeah, Charlotte and I, we've been having a duo, Charlotte and Elisabeth, for the past 1.5 years, and we did a German album and an English album.
It's brilliant.
Called Explicit Song, and it's the genre is chanson. So I'd say heavily text-based songs that usually have a layer to it, to them, and either funny or sad or bit of both usually.
Yeah, a bit racy.
If you go to our Facebook page, Charlotte and Elisabeth, you should find the link to the Big Hotel one.
Okay. And it's exciting because you're taking them to venues that wouldn't normally have probably heard the ukulele played.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's been quite great. We're going to premiere our new program in November in Berlin. I mean, hopefully, depending on the situation, but we're planning to premiere it, and we've had great help by a person who is established in that chanson world in Germany, and his name is Sebastian Krämer, and he writes wonderful songs and just wonderful lyrics, but also musically they're really not so easy to play really. It's actually quite nice to bring the ukulele into a world of piano, because this is really the piano world, and I'm always astonished that it keeps working all right and people still like it. And yeah, I mean, obviously Charlotte is a great singer, and it's just I think it fits together quite well with Charlotte. It wouldn't work in a different combination as well, I think.
Als hätten wir nicht ein Geheimnis, als wären wir nicht in Gefahr. Wir hoffen, sie sehen uns nicht zittern und lächeln uns am Buffet und wissen von nahen Gewittern und fühlen uns wie hinter Gittern und löffeln ein Rotwein-Gelee.
You've
been commissioning composers, is that right? To write some pieces for you, and
I'm still onto that. I want to play for a German grant in the near future for the same project, but I got an Austrian grant last year, and I commissioned a few compositions which are still to be premiered. Some of them I premiered 2 in Finland, and one was very, very experimental, but I think it goes down all right. I was very nervous, and I'm always nervous when I play it because it's kind of challenging for the audience, but then it's short enough and enough stuff is happening, I think, to make it a really good piece, and I'm so happy to have it.
Well, I love how you mix that in, then you might go and play a bit of ABBA or something.
Yeah, but I mean, style-wise, I mean, I'm always looking to find how the ukulele wants to be played, but I cannot lie about my past as a classical guitarist. That's a strong influence, certainly, but I try to translate it to the ukulele rather than impose something on the ukulele that it doesn't want to do, maybe.
How old were you when you first picked up a guitar?
Quite old, actually. I think I was 13. I learned by myself for a long time, and I got my first real teacher who had also studied classical guitar. I think I was 16 or going on to be 17.
Did you just see a guitar somewhere and thought, I'll have a go at that, or where did it come from?
The big sister of my best friend was training to be a kindergarten teacher, and she bought a guitar to sing with the kids and never really played it. I was there very often, spent lots of time there, and I just started to pick it up, and that was also a musical household. Mm, we sang together, my best friend and I, and so it came kind of natural. And then shortly after me picking that guitar every time I went there, I found another friend whose parents had, she was learning to play the guitar but didn't really enjoy it, and she was happy to give me her guitar.
Amazing.
So I borrowed her guitar for I think a year. So,
What was your experience of music at school? Was it a good one, or?
yeah, I was in the school choir. I really, really liked the music teacher I had there. I think in ninth grade with minimal music, Steve Reich, and also the Beatles. That was one year I really remember, because it was my first exposure to contemporary music, and I really liked it. And then I was a big Beatles fan. I still am.
Tell us about your own festival, because you had to cancel that, sadly, didn't you?
Yeah, I couldn't put it on this year. Obviously, we would have had a great lineup with Ukulele, Peter Moss, and maybe a few other people. But I really am planning to put that show on next year and make it nice. The nice thing about the UFO, we do get ukulele people from all over Germany and Austria, but we also get lots of locals who don't really play the ukulele yet, maybe, or are not planning on doing it, but are just interested in what this is and are just coming by. So that's nice.
Brilliant.
We've had a monthly meetup coming from the festival, and every year we get about 5 to 10 more members of that, and then active members obviously are not that many, but last time it was quite a bunch coming
brilliant.
Together. Yeah.
Because you were doing Skype lessons already, will you carry on doing workshops and things? Or?
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, I've been teaching in German, and that was really nice. And I will. At first, I thought I'll just make an event of it and have 4 or 5 weeks in a row have workshops that way. But the attendees were adamant that they want to be back in September. So I'm definitely planning on doing that. And I'd also, I'd love to do a workshop in English, and I haven't quite found the best way to advertise for it, because I feel there's lots of great content out there and lots of great workshops. So yeah.
Yes, this is the thing. It's quite overwhelming, isn't it? Everything that's come out. I feel like I've got a lot to catch up on. At the beginning, right. I thought, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to watch opera. And catch up on that theatre thing, and I hope that it opens up a whole new world for you.
I went to places and events I would never have been during lockdown. Would never have had the idea really to go there, but also with the students in my workshops, people from Frankfurt to Austria, they were like, it's great because we don't have to travel. And I've been offering Skype lessons, especially before the lockdown.
Tell us more about your solo album.
It's been out for about a year now, and it just shows my sets. There's Babushka is on there, some Renaissance music is on there, some Bowie is on there, just the instrumental version of everything.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Elisabeth. You've been,
Well,
as
thank you.
always, incredible to chat to.
Aw.
I think we could go, you and I could just go on for hours. Thank you so much again for your support with the London Ukulele Project. You've been...
Yeah, what a great project.
Thank you so much for watching and listening to this podcast. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you'd like to hear more. Thank you so much to all the incredible artists that we've interviewed in this series. Please go and check out their amazing work. They're all incredible. And thank you so much to everybody that has donated, liked, shared, bought t-shirts, etc. for our charity single, With a Little Help from My Friends. We love you all and are so, so grateful. Thank you.